And we want you to experience the artistry of the winners of this year's 32nd annual music competition in Ragusa, Italy. My name is Vernon Markham. I'm the president of the board of directors of Global Ties Arkansas. And in a minute, I'm going to introduce Sherman Banks, who will provide some opening remarks about the Ebla Foundation in this evening's guest artist. I'd also like to extend a special thank you to Aaron Lubin and the Congregation B'nai Israel for their gracious hospitality and allowing us to host the concert in this beautiful sanctuary and certainly an ideal setting. But first, I'd like to just take a few minutes, just a very few minutes, tell you a little bit about our organization and why we are again co-sponsoring this amazing cast of accomplished musicians. The mission of Global Ties Arkansas is to unite current and emerging national and international leaders in networks of friendship and understanding. I think that's the best way generally to think about what we're trying to do. And we make this happen through educational programs, through cultural exposure, through productive collaboration, trying to link Arkansas and the world to help build up within our state to be a part of a thriving international and global community. So importantly, we are part of a national organization. So we have Global Ties Arkansas, but then we have a national organization called Global Ties US, and we work at the U.S. Department of State and a national network of program agencies to welcome international visitors from all over the world and all walks of life to visit our community and learn how we live, how we work, and thrive really in a free and productive and diverse society. So in your when you walked in as an insert in your program, there's a card here that says Global Ties Arkansas at the top and talks about our mission. We are always interested in those who want to get a little bit more involved and like to have some individual, direct one-on-one exposure to some of these wonderful leaders that are coming into our state from overseas. And if you're interested, feel free to fill this form out and drop it in a basket outside on the table in the foyer there. We'd love to have you be part of the network that is Global Ties Arkansas. There's also a place if you'd like to make a donation. We certainly accept those. If you just got more questions, your name and email, we'd be happy to answer any questions that you may have. So following the concert, we do have a reception in the adjacent hall, back through the back doors here. You'll have a chance to meet our guest artists. You will also see many of our board members that have badges like these. And if you have any questions you'd like to ask about Global Ties Arkansas or about really anything here, feel free to come up to us and just ask us those questions. We'd love to chat with you. So let us now turn to our program and this evening's performers. I'm going to introduce Sherman Banks, but before I do, just a quick reminder, if you have your cell phone on you, please make sure you mute that so that we don't have any accidental interruptions during these wonderful performances you're getting ready to hear. So when we first met Sherman to discuss how we might partner with his organization to co-host this event last year, we found out that just something we could not pass up. It looked just terrific. And the concert was a huge success, and we really wanted to make sure we could participate, and we were delighted to co-host again this year. Sherman Banks is a well-known leader in Arkansas. Many of you probably know him. But in the field of international affairs and trade and tourism, he's past president of the Sister Cities International. And with that, please give a hearty welcome to Sherman Banks, who will introduce our guest artist.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Good evening.
Are you there?
Hello.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Oh, that's much better. to tell you a little bit about EBLA before we go into the entertainment. The organization was started over 30-some years ago by that individual sitting right there in the blue jacket, Dr. Salvatore Montisante. This was his passion when he was in college before he got his doctoral degree. And he created the EBLA Grand Prize in Ragusa EBLA in Sicily. It takes place every summer. And I have had the privilege of being a part of that for over 25 years, every year. So I'm really pleased to be a part of that. And then his sidekick and partner in crime is Michael back there, who makes sure that all the administration is done along with Salvatore's creative abilities. I want to thank tonight Global Ties of Arkansas for extending their hand to us again this year. I also want to thank Vernon. We've known each other longer than I'd like to admit, and also Aaron Lubin. Aaron Lubin and I have traveled to Italy together on a couple of occasions, and we were Sister Cities in the Sister Cities program together for 10 years. So I've known Aaron for quite a while, so I want to thank him for working with us in this process. And I want to thank the Rabbi Larry Block, who allowed the doors to be opened. And I see some friends sitting over there. And then the lady back there with the mask on, Marla Shivers, I've known her for over 54 years. I'm godfather to her son, so I've known her for a long time. And what was that gentleman sitting next to you? I remember him. What is your name? I forgot your name. Glenn, that's it. Glenn. Thank you for being here. I also want to thank Wadley Chevrolet. Every year they loan us 2 vehicles to travel the state with. Larry Wilson with the First Arkansas Bank and Trust here in Jacksonville, and Dale Cole, who is one of our big manufacturers, First Community Bank in Batesville. We're going to do the program a little bit different today than we did last year. I'm going to introduce the performers, and they're going to introduce what they're going to be performing for you. And we'll go right into the program that way. I'm going to introduce the first performer is Dr. Alan Storygard. He's a doctor from Jacksonville. He's my doctor. And he has been involved, I guess not quite as long as I have, but he has also been one of the winners in EBLA and has performed in Carnegie Hall. So Dr. Storygard, tell us what you can do.
Thank you, Sherman. I'm Alan Storygard. I'm from Jacksonville, Arkansas, and I've been involved with EBLA for probably about 20 years. It's quite good fortunate to be able to travel the state of Arkansas this week with Sherman and these incredible performers, going to about 5 different cities. They played at my church last night. They're incredible. And they allowed me to play a tribute piece to my favorite pianist in the entire world, who unfortunately died last year. His name is Ramsey Lewis. He's probably one of the best jazz pianists of our lifetime. He had a career that exceeded 60 years. He recorded over 60 albums. He won 3 Grammys. And his most famous piece